Ha 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 ha.
Hey. Hi, pretty girl. Hey. Hello. Sweet girl. I missed you.
It just started raining, so we just suited her up.
Hi, baby. Good girl. I miss you. I missed you, pretty girl. Hi. Hi, baby.
So luckily, since we went over most everything in the videos and in sessions, and since it's pretty bad weather out, what I'll do is I'll show you how to use the different devices, and then I'll let you guys hopefully get some practice on your own in like a week or so when you get to go home and hang out with her and get some time with her. And then we'll reconvene on like a nicer weather for like a follow-up social session or something like that.
Okay, sounds great.
And that'll give you guys an opportunity to, see how she's working with you and everything. Oh, I know. It's been a couple days since you had those on, huh?
Hi, baby. How did you go? What a good guy, sweet
Good
girl.
girl, come on.
Come on, baby.
There you go. I'd probably do it for a little bit every day for at least a week to get her used to it, because it seems like after you go for a couple days without it, then she has to readjust again. But if I did it back to back like I did before in the beginning, she was a little bit more comfortable. So
She's not trying to like pull them off anymore or anything.
no, so long as they're not slipping off, then she won't try to kick them off. And if she is trying to do that, then they're probably already starting to come off anyway, so that'll kind of be a good indicator that you have to just check on them. Good girl. It definitely helped though, and that's why I hadn't done it for the past couple days after, just because I wanted to see, if she would go back to like having blisters or anything weird on the bottom of her paws, and it definitely made an improvement. So it'd still be good to get her, used to just kind of walking around freely, but this will be a good kind of, I guess, compromise in the meantime.
Yeah.
You looking for Miss Zoe? Good girl.
Could you take a picture of the treats that you were letting us choose? 'Cause it seemed like she liked those.
Yeah, sure. Unfortunately, they're all out at this PetSmart.
Okay.
You might want to try the Petco to see if they have that brand, and then there's always, of course, Amazon. That'll probably have it as well. But I'll send you a picture of them. I have a little bit left of two of them.
Yeah.
One is the peanut butter treat, and one is her sweet potato treat she likes. And this is freeze-dried sweet potato. So that works out well. The only problem with the sweet potato treats is that they're of different sizes, right? And they're kind of hard.
Yeah.
I would try to break them if I could, but if not, I'm just kind of give her the whole thing,
Yeah.
right? So that's, yeah. But that's a good contrast between the soft peanut butter treats too.
Okay.
There you go. She did really well in her barking in the car session. Hopefully you guys will get a chance to catch that later tonight. And I only had to use the ultrasonic a couple times. And I'll have to try to find a better battery for you, because I have rechargeable 9 volts. But like I said, there's different models that are just regular USB rechargeable. This one I don't really like because it takes a 9 volt. I kind of get around that because I have rechargeable 9 volts, right? But if you wanted to get a different one sometime, then that's what I would probably look for, just because it's more convenient. The only problem was that the ones that didn't have like a training function or like a step down function, but one of them does have just like a beep too, like an audible beep. So that could be good as well. But this one, you'll see here, you have just train, which is the lighter function, chase, which is the stronger function, and then the light.
She's not amused.
And we've just been using the train. Hopefully we'll catch some dog walkers. This is around that time, but it is also raining, so.
Well, another question I was going to ask you, based off of, not the one you just shared us, but the video before that where she was at the dog park.
Uh-huh.
What is like the proper etiquette, I guess, at the dog park? Because I noticed she was like the only one, if not the main one, that was barking. And can that be like do other dog owners just not, even though she's not, doing anything, it's more so just
Right. That's
is the proper etiquette though, that like if she won't stop, that we're supposed to leave?
I would give her a break, or I would use the anti-bark collar. Most of the time, barking at the dog park is okay, right? It's a dog park, and they'll bark when they get excited and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But because her barking can be like incessant, right, and really agitate another dog, then it would be good to have the collar on, and I'll show you here next the different features, so that way you can have it on but still turn it off too at the same time.
Can you go pee-pee?
We just went for a walk not too long ago. But she's been really good about that too. So the next time if you get a chance and you see that she's about to go potty inside, just tell her no and let's go outside, and then just take her outside, because all she really needed was that one correction. And it wasn't anything like super like fearful or anything like that, but it was just like letting her know that no, not allowed to do that, let's go outside. And then afterwards she was okay. She's actually been on like a regular walking regiment with the other pups. Like, she gets out more just because she gets out more anyways.
Yeah.
And she does kind of pee almost every time that you let her out, so that could be something as well. So like before you're going to get busy, just go ahead and take her out beforehand and you might be okay. And then she only pooed twice a day,
Yeah.
so that was pretty easy too.
Yeah.
But the regiment was generally first thing when we woke up, anywhere between 5 and 7 a.m. we'd take her out, everybody out for a bathroom break, and she would pee. And then midday, right around like 9 to 11 or so, whenever we're out for a session, she would usually go. And then after lunch, anywhere from 12 to 2. And then again about 5 or 6. And then I always do or 5 to 7. And then I always do a last call at night around 10 to 11 before bed, just because I'm used to doing it because I have puppies.
Yeah.
And she does it then too. So, hitting those 4 times, it might seem a little excessive. She probably would be able to hold for just 3.
Yeah.
But that was what worked for us without any incident. What? Who's that, huh? Who's that? Go ahead and try to call her.
Murph.
Very good. And we didn't need the device or anything too.
Murph.
And then that's the ultrasonic, right? Good girl. Yes. And now she's a little too focused here, right? Good girl. It's okay. Oh, who's that, huh? Good girl. I actually don't recognize that pup. That's a first.
And so this is a sound that it's triggering?
It just emits a wave frequency that just the dogs can hear, kind of like a new age dog whistle. The old one, but that can be annoying. And it's really hard too, because when you're trying to call her name and then you have something else in your mouth, or you alternate between the two, it's just a little bit easier.
And so this doesn't hurt her, it's the equivalent of the beep collar.
Yep. And like I said, we still want to try to get her attention beforehand, right? And help her to focus on us so she doesn't overreact and get too anxious and refocus there. But you can see she started to, but it was a little bit too much, so she needed a little bit of help. So we gave her a little bit of help, and then we stopped and she was good. And that's going to be your kind of order of operations, right? We always want to try to set her up for success first. We want to manually and positively get her attention and try to keep it. But then if she can't, or if you're having trouble, then using a tool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's why we definitely put on the thing for you. Oh. Well, that was good. At least we had one example in. Let's head to your car so she doesn't freeze. And then I'll show you the collar there. And that's just one thing that, I noticed with her, is just the fact that she's probably hasn't had very intense play with other pups before, because even with the other dogs here, when she would play, it would be almost a little uncertain. So she'd want to, and it looked fun, but then as soon as things got a little bit too intense for her, she'd get scared, right? So that just means that she's not used to playing, especially in a rough state. But if it's pretty calm, or if it's a smaller pup and things like that, and there's nothing to trigger that fear, then you're in the clear. So I would try to keep her play like level and intensity down as low as possible, right? To just kind of prevent her from either feeling overwhelmed or scared. And that's just, every pup is going to be different. There's some pups that just play really, really hard and intense, and it seems like they're killing each other, and that's perfectly fine. And there's some pups that have a milder, gentler play and can get overwhelmed by rougher play. And I think because of her inexperience, she's probably gonna need some time to just get used to and relax with playing with other dogs and running around. Because before that incident, she was doing great.
Yeah.
So it's not like I would ban her. I would just be very watchful, right? And also know the other dogs that are there. Luckily, Cece, even though she was trying to correct her, she's also very submissive herself. So as soon as the fight broke out, she just wanted to get away, right? Whereas if she runs into another pup that stands that stands up for themselves, then you're gonna have a lot more of an issue, right, on your hands.
Right.
Good girl. There you go. Now she's back to normal. So it doesn't usually take her very long to get adjusted to the boots. Just has to get it going. Good girl. Oh, and I found out, because I was looking at them, you can put the gold paw markings either on the inside or the outside. It doesn't matter. They're actually even.
And this is a silly question, but the electronic stuff, there's no risk in the rain.
I know the collar is waterproof. I'd have to check with this one. Because there are no open ports, I would say it'd be safe, but I wouldn't submerge it.
Yeah.
And I'd probably best to just keep it in your pocket when not in use too.
Yeah.
I'd have to check the website again. It's been a while. But there are definitely waterproof ones too, I'm sure.
You want to go for a ride?
But the anti-bark collar is definitely waterproof.
Okay. You go for a ride, pretty girl?
There you go. You might need to help her with that. And you can take the shoes off of her too, so that way she'll get a break from them. And while he's doing that, do you have your phone on you?
Yeah.
If you want to open up the App Store, and then type in Dr. Trainer, and it'll be a blue D for an icon. Yep, the first one up top. Oh, sorry, go back. All the way up top.
Oh.
There you go, and then install. Good girl. And then you can show him how to do it on his phone too when you guys get back. The good thing is, whenever you start up the application, it'll walk you through it. And I have the box and everything too, in case you want to read the manual. Alright, so you can go ahead and skip that part for now. You can always subscribe later on, and then allow. Okay, that's for the Bluetooth. Okay, and now we got to go to add device. Okay, and then the GPS part while using the app. You'll need that for when it is close enough in range, and then allow that. I guess that's the Bluetooth. There you go. So go ahead and read that part.
Turn on the device.
Yep. So right here,
Okay.
you just press and hold for 1 second. Now it's on. Now to enter pairing mode, you just double click it. So double click, and there you go. It pops up, and then you just pair it with your phone. So it's pretty easy in that regard.
Okay.
Go ahead and skip that part for now. You can always make a profile for her later. The phone might be getting a little too wet. If you want, you can actually go in the car too. That way you're not just out here in the rain. And I'll just record the door, I guess. There we go. All right, perfect. So go ahead and click on my dog. There it goes. Okay, now hit skip. Okay, now click on my dog again. There we go. Okay, so here is the first one, is the bark stop. So go ahead and click on the auto, and it'll give you the features here of auto bark stop, pause, and when you pause it, you can select for how long, and then stop the bark detection, which will be good, like I said, at the dog park. If you want it off and you want to trigger it manually, you can do that. Or if you're out working with her and you want it to do it manually, right? So you can concentrate on redirecting and treating her, then you can turn it on. So that's that option, and then hit back. Okay. Now the trigger loudness. This one you won't really have to worry about because you don't usually have other pups around, right? So I just have it on the default, but that's how you would make it so like if she started to growl or something, it would go off. It'd be more sensitive. Or if you had to wait until she actually barked loudly, then you would turn it up. But I would just leave it on default for now, and you can adjust it later if you need. Next is the training mode. And I like progressive because it'll do different things, but you can just have it do one thing if you'd like. And it just disconnect. That's weird. There we go. Okay, well, let's go back to it. So go ahead to training mode, and now in progressive, because repetitive, it'll just do the same thing over and over again. Progressive is good because then you can now control what it does each time. So the first bark, I would definitely do the sound. So I would turn that one on, and I would turn off the vibration. There you go. But that's how you can adjust it too. The second one, you can also do the sound and then like a weak vibration. And you can also change your sound settings. So hit the sound setting there. Huh. Wonder why it keeps disconnecting out here. It's not trying to connect to mine. Okay. Oh. Try to turn off your Wi-Fi. See if that's causing it too. It's just being weird. There you go. Hopefully that'll help. Alright, so then go to training mode. There you go. And then go down to the second one and then sound setting. And then you'll have different sounds too that you can program, right? So instead of just the default beep, you can have the burglar alarm, the alarm alarm, you can say no. And you can record your own voice with this one, which is really good, right? So you'd be like Murph, or Murph no, or Murph to me, or you know, whatever else that you want to do. But that way she can recognize your voice without you having to yell at her, right? As much when she's barking or when you're further away, like at the dog park or something. Okay? And that's that. And then this up here controls the volume. So if you want to try a different one, you'll see how it is. Yeah. And then you can go back to default for now. That's what that'll be. Okay, and then hit back. And then this way it'll also add in the vibration. So go to medium for the vibration and go to weak, and that's how you can feel it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead and try switching it again so that way you'll feel it. Alright, and then there's medium and strong. And then the last one, if you scroll up to the third bark, is going to be like the more extreme sounds and the more extreme vibrations. That's so weird that it keeps doing that. If you keep having that problem and it doesn't work with your husband's phone, let me know. We might have to exchange it or something. I don't usually have that problem, so... You should just stay connected once you connect it. So go back to the training mode and then progressive. Hopefully we didn't reset everything. Oh, I guess it did. Alright. And then the second time she barks. Third time. It's not showing up the other options too.
Yeah.
It's weird. Wonder if it has to update or anything.
Huh.
Here, we'll just do it on mine for now. Hopefully it doesn't disconnect. Okay. Go ahead and double click the button, the power button on top to go into pairing mode. You see it? There you
It's
go.
on this side.
Other one. There we go. Oh, found it. Let's see. Go to add. There it is. Okay. Alright, so training mode. Do this for you again. Sound. And then default. Like 1 is soft, 3 is louder. Vibration on that one, and then sound alert, and then strong for the last one. Okay, and then bark correction record. That just gives you a history, right? Which will help during your day or your outing for your records to see if she's improving, like how many times she barked on one walk or another, and things like that. Hopefully you won't need that as much because she's been really good, but it'll be there for you. And then phone remote is really good because this is how you can trigger it manually, like if you're at the dog park. So what I could do is just trigger the beep, or the beep and the vibrate. Weak. I didn't hear the beep part. There it goes, okay. Or you could just trigger the vibrate. So it's very customizable on what you want to do there.
Yeah.
I would probably put it, if you're doing it manually, you might need both, but I would just start off with the beep for now. Right? And that's how you use it.
Okay, great.
It didn't disconnect on me, but I think I ran through it a little bit faster. So hopefully, maybe you have to restart your phone, or maybe your husband will have better luck with his.
Yeah.
But like I said, if it keeps giving you trouble, just let me know.
Okay.
I'm just gonna test it out here for a little bit more, just to make sure. Do you have any questions on it while I'm just running through it?
I don't think so.
Okay. If you do, just let me know.
Okay.
Because the instruction manual and everything will be in the box too for you.
Okay.
Auto pause for however long. I think if you're gonna pause it for more than 2 or 3 hours, you might as well just take it off anyways.
Yeah.
Unless you're working, or like if you're on a call or something like that, then you can turn it on and then can't. I don't know. I've never had to cancel the duration before. I think you could just stop it and then put it back on anyways. Yeah, no. So if you need to, you can just pause it for 2 hours and then you can turn it back on if you have a call or something like that. So yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Record. Yeah, that's it. And then to customize it, you would just go into My Dog and put the portrait and everything else there.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so it didn't disconnect for me, so hopefully you may just have to restart your phone or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So on the device itself, there's the waterproof flap for the USB. And it'll come with a charger and everything. That's an old one. But make sure that's closed too, so you know it's waterproof.
Yeah.
Okay, and then press and hold to turn it off. There you go.
Perfect.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. How you guys doing back there? Okay. So one thing I couldn't work on was her back, her dew claws in the back. They were just too long for me to get the grinder in without the risk of hitting her actual, like, her leg.
Yeah.
So you might want to, like, yeah, do a professional groomer for that one. Trying to think. Do you have any questions? I know you missed out on the last one.
No, I don't think so. I think I
But if anything comes up, you can always reach out to me too. All right, let me go and get her stuff for you then, and that way you can head out. And I think she's definitely going to be ready to go back home and relax. She's been really tired after this session, so
Well, thank you.
no
I
problem.
really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't think she's used to boot camp life. I think she's going to be very happy back to normal pet dog life. She's a good girl.